up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be filming this full face glam right over here. I am super excited the way it turned out. I guess it has a lot to do with the palette that I'm using, as well as the shade and variety in the palette, as well as the pigmentation. You guys, this is the new this is actually a new palette in my collection, not a new palette period, but new palette in my collection. This is the Melt Cosmetics Impulsive palette. It was on sale when I purchased it, and it still is on sale on Sephora's website. You guys definitely grab and get hold of this palette because this palette is absolutely stunning. I mean, this was one of those palettes that I was like, is it limited edition? I mean, should I purchase it? Should I not? And should I create a look for you guys or not? But I was like, you know what? Sometimes it should be just about colors and creativity, not necessarily the palette. So I am so excited that I did purchase this, and I am so excited that I used it for today's look. So if you guys are interested in this full face glam right over here, then keep on watching. As usual, I'll be starting with my brows, taking Benefit Cosmetics Cup Brow Gel. I'm going to have them done off camera, and I'm going to go ahead and start working on my face. For that, I'll be taking Tarte Cosmetics Poreless Primer. I'm going to go ahead and apply that mainly towards my T-zone, and you guys, this really covered everything up. I really liked using that for a change. Today, I'll be taking Marc Jacobs Dew Drops, as well as Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. I wish it was a little bit more, you know, heavy on coverage. Then I could say that I absolutely adore it, because I really like full coverage foundation, and I could still my skin, my blemishes through it. That's why I did go a little bit heavy with my concealer to kind of make this foundation work for me. So I got the like of my foundation, but then I've got the coverage using my concealer. To cover my blemishes, I'll be taking Laura Geller. This is their Baked Radiance Cream Concealer in shade medium. I absolutely love this. It is a full coverage concealer to cover your blemishes. It has a little peachiness to it, which actually is perfect to hide any discoloration into your skin. I will apply that basically around my nose, lip, and chin area, as well as under eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my beauty blender. I will then be going with my concealer to highlight and go forward. For that, I'll be taking Makeup Revolution London Concealer and Define Full Coverage Concealer. This is shade C4.5. I'm going to go ahead and bring it wherever I want to create more highlight and brightness to my skin, which is going to bridge my nose, lip, and chin, as well as my under eyes. To set my concealer and the rest of the highlight areas, I will be taking the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in shade Banana Bread. You guys, I know in my last video I told you guys that the Catrice powder, setting powder, had actually the amazing packaging. I did not know that that was something that I was seeing for the first time. Apparently, Huda Beauty had the same packaging, that, you know, elasticy mesh built into it, so it bounces into the product. So I really was amazed that Huda Beauty had the same thing, and I actually like these kind of packaging now, because apparently I can actually get to my product more conveniently than the plastic lids. To set the rest of the face, I'll be taking Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation in shade Medium Neutral. This will actually give me a little bit of coverage that my foundation lacked today, and this is one reason why I picked this. For the bronzer, I'll be taking MAC Cosmetics. This is their Mineralized Skin Finish Powder Foundation in shade Dark. Absolutely love the color, you guys. This blends like butter into my skin, is why I opt in for this sometimes. If I could, I would probably want to try like a powder foundation just in a different shade from every company, because I feel like powder foundation actually works better as a bronzer than a bronzer itself, because they are just made to, you know, glide onto your skin. So I absolutely love that. I will now be going with Bare Minerals Invisible Glow Powder Highlighter in shade Tan. Because it is a little too dark for my skin tone, I like to use it right on top of my bronzer for that extra glow and bronzy look. For the contour, I'll be taking e.l.f. Cosmetics Contour Palette, and I'm going to go ahead and go with both of the dark shade in this on an angled brush, mixing them together and contour. I will then be taking the lighter shade in there to actually highlight and bring a little bit more brightness to my skin. For the blush today, I'll be taking I Heart Revolution Peach and Glow palette, and I'm going to go ahead and take the blush and apply that. It has a beautiful sheen to it. I really liked using that. However, I don't think I may be very fond of the highlight in there only because of the color, and it may not work for my skin tone, so that's why I skipped using that today. But the blush is absolutely to die for. I absolutely love the packaging as well. For our eyes, I'll be taking Melt Cosmetics palette called Impulsive, and this is what that looks like. Absolutely gorgeous and stunning. To prep our eyes, I'll be taking the same Makeup Revolution concealer we used for our face today, and I'm going to go and blend it out using the Beauty Blender. The first shade I'll be taking is called 2012, which is a bright yellow color. I'm going to go ahead and place that towards my inner corner into my crease with a blending brush. I'm going to go ahead and pack that to my like to make sure that I get the depth I want. I will then be taking the shade next to it called Rule Breaker, which is a bright orange kind of a color, and I'm going to go ahead and place that with a different blending brush right next to it into my crease. Once I'm done packing it to my like, I'm going to go ahead and move to the third shade, which is called Dream Big. Absolutely love this shade. I'm going to go ahead and apply that right next to that into my crease to bring that little bit of depth, smokiness, and real oomph. I absolutely love this shade, guys. Oh my gosh. Once I'm done packing, I will now be taking the shade called Boss Lady, and I'm just going to go ahead and pack that right on top of all those colors into the outer corner of my crease just for that extra smokiness, and I'm going to go ahead and start blending it out with a different brush. You guys, I absolutely love these shades, the color and everything, and that is why I'm having so much fun packing it right on top of that. Like sometimes you get lost when the color and pigmentation is just like on point. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and blend and marry all those colors together before we're going to go ahead and move on to the cut crease. For the cut crease, I'll be taking the same concealer we prepped our eyes as well as highlighted our face today. I'm going to go ahead and use my Sigma Beauty concealer brush to make sure it is on point. I will then be blending the outer edges out with just using my finger. I will now be taking the shade called CEO, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that with a synthetic brush all over my lid. And the brush I'm using for that is the Tarte Cosmetics synthetic bristle brush. I will now be going back with the blending brush that I use the shade called Boss Lady, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend the outer edges of my outer corner of my crease. I will now be applying the Lit Cosmetics. This is the Clearly Liquid Glitter Base by Lit Cosmetics, and then I'm going to go ahead and pack this beautiful glitter that I bought from Michael's store. I'm just going to pack that right on top of that. I will now be taking the NYX Cosmetics liquid liner. I'm just going to go ahead and give me some wings real quick. And for the lashes, I will be going back with Kiss Cosmetics, actually Kiss Products, I believe it's called. But the lashes I'm taking are called Grandeur, and I'm going to go ahead and apply them real quick. Going back with a shading brush, a small shading brush, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade called Boss Lady and pack that onto my lower lash line. To blend the outer edges, I'll be taking the shade called Bold, which is another beautiful shade from this palette, and I'm going to go ahead and go with the smaller blending brush. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it out, and this will create that beautiful, perfect, smoky look. For that extra oomph, I decided to go with another shade called Poppin' Bottles, which was absolutely stunning to apply towards the inner corner. It was gold, but still had that sea green color into it, so it was giving you that double shade, and I really like that. I think it just took this look to the next level. I did decide to go ahead and wet my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus to make sure this pigment is even more popping. I will be taking MAC Cosmetics pigment called Vanilla, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that into the inner corner. Today for the waterline, I will be taking the NYX Cosmetics, this is their Wonder Pencil. I'm going to go ahead and apply that into my waterline, and then I will be taking a flat definer shading brush and running that really close to my lash line to make sure I clean the edges, and then apply my mascara to my bottom lash line. For the lip liner, I am taking MAC Cosmetics, one of my favorite pencils that actually complements all the nude shades out there in Cork. I'm going to go ahead and quickly outline my lips, and for the lipstick, I'll be taking my Makeup Revolution, the shade Cashmere. This is one of the nude shade that I have recently purchased that I was talking to you guys about in my last video, and then setting my face using the Makeup Revolution Setting Mist. For the highlight, I decided to use a palette that I haven't reached for in a very long time. This is Tarteist Pro Glow Tarte Cosmetics palette. I'm going to go ahead and mix a couple of shades together and just go with the fan brush crazy on my face for that extra glow and oomph. Alright you guys, so this right here is the full face look. I hope you guys had fun watching this video. Definitely hit the subscribe button as well as like on your way out so you can stay tuned. Other than that, I love you guys. Stay safe, wear a mask, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.